The greasy patient lied to me about being fat, so I told him he was skinny and made him eat cookies. My patient had fried chicken skin stuck on his shirt and told me he didn't know how it got there since he bought it brand new. When I saw him in the waiting room, he was drinking a Monster, had matted hair, and everyone sat away from him. When he came up to me and I got a whiff of him, I had to plug my nose. He rattled everything he walked by. That's when I started fearing for this guy. How does anyone live like this? I needed to help him see what he couldn't, so I was gonna give him the best care I could free of judgment. It was clear he needed to not only lose weight but needed a complete lifestyle change. His unawareness to his obesity must be due to not being diagnosed with something. It's possible he suddenly gained weight without realizing it because of insulin resistance, diabetes, or some predisposed obesity genes. However, when I ran all the usual tests, I found that he showed no symptoms of any medical conditions. I was stumped. I knew something was wrong, and that my patient was withholding information from me. I was going to get down to the bottom of his problems, so I asked about his eating habits, and they were weird to say the least. Because he didn't eat much during the day and his appetite was much like that of a healthy person. So what was his problem? His nighttime cravings were absolutely absurd. He DoorDashed the Wingstop bundles and as many McChickens as he could eat nearly every night. I figured that he didn't tell me this information sooner because he was too embarrassed to share. But if there's one person you should never lie to, it's your doctor, because they always know how serious a problem is. And my patient had no clue just how serious nighttime snacking is. Nighttime snacking seems so simple, but it can induce depression, heart problems, high blood pressure, and the possibility of cancers and gallbladder disease. Your body needs to naturally consume as many calories before bed. I told my patient that we needed to tackle his absurd appetite. When I took a better look at them, the matted hair, the eye bags, the acne, the odors, I'm no psychiatrist, but I'm almost sure that they were going through the fullest extent of their depression because of their nighttime appetite. I recommended that we start taking preventive measures and reintroduce new eating habits. As a precaution, I asked him if he was allergic to anything, and he said he was allergic to water. I was a bit confused, so I asked him what kind of reaction happens when he drinks water. He looked me dead in the eyes and said it made him pee. Unfortunately, that is a feature of the human body, not a bug. I didn't think I would ever have to explain that to a person. Anyway, I recommended black coffee before bed and heavily suggested water as well to kill his appetite because something told me he wasn't drinking any water. I told him that if the coffee didn't work, I'd look for something else. Somehow, my patient came back 3 weeks later 15 pounds heavier. He said he couldn't get past the bitter taste of black coffee and he was constantly craving 40-piece chicken nuggets, so he gave up and went back to his old habits. Luckily for him, during that month period I had found night food cookies, which were completely healthy to eat at night. I was testing its effectiveness because they're low in calories and are meant to be eaten past midnight, unlike other junk foods. I ate them every night and didn't see any